Hello! Perfidious Pete here, back for a little gin-fueled alien killing frenzy. At least, until Bradford passes out in a puddle of his own sick. In XCOM, War of the Chosen. What's up, ahoy chat, ahoy yourself chat. It's Monday night XCOM. Let's pick up where we left off with us dragging Bradford off of his bar stool, taking him out and trying to get him to admit that he's got a problem while we wait for the Uber to pick him up because, the bartender already took his keys. Hey, Numbers, what's up? Welcome. So what were we doing here? We were still working on Blast from the Past, I believe. It looks like we were close to finish. We got 2 missions left and we need to score about 70,000. On our team, we had John Ginboy Bradford, Daryl Rutherford B. Hayes, Veronica Reyes, Sonny Pathak, the pathetic Psy operative, Bao Zhang, who's been lights out. We got nothing to say about her, and Sophia Rojas, who has been also quite good. Who was it that was terrible? It's Rutherford B. Hayes, who's just a large, overweight man who managed to get elected president one time and sort of become a little bit famous, who's been a routine disappointment. He was just as disappointing as an XCOM trooper as he was as president. Let's get back into the action then. We want that gold medal. What did Rutherford B. Hayes ever win a gold medal for? Rutherford B. Hayes seems like the kind of guy who might have won a gold medal at the, county fair, maybe a state fair, like a pie-eating contest. Rutherford B. Hayes could have been a gold medal winning pie eater. That seems appropriate. Oh, this is the farm map. I'm so glad to see this map come back. The farm map was always my favorite map in Enemy Within and Enemy Unknown. I loved the farm map. What's up, Iskar? Hey, welcome. Bring the salt. I mean, when do I not bring the salt? When do I not? Put a little salt on Rutherford B. Hayes' pie because, his blood pressure wasn't high enough. He was actually working on getting it up. He's like, if we could just somehow add a little salt to this pie, I'd feel more comfortable about being Rutherford B. Hayes. So we're going to have a downed UFO here. Neutralize all hostile targets is our goal. Let's take it a little slow. We do get the early bird points, but I feel like we're pretty well on pace for the old gold medal. So maybe let's not rush it too much. John Ginboy Bradford, let's get you up here. Any enemies in sight? Still no enemies. We got a couple people who have the grapnel. Ooh. It's tempting to go get Bao Zhang the elevation bonus. You know what? Go ahead and do that, Bao. Get the grapple up there. You'll still have both actions at the end of this in case we need an emergency move or something. Doesn't look like we will. Alright, we're going to slow play this first turn then.
If you say so.
Caution is the watchword of the day. The early bird bonus almost certainly is never going to be enough to account for what it would cost you to get one trooper wounded. It's much better to save a wound and lose the early bird bonus than it is to gain the early bird bonus and get somebody wounded or killed or taken out of action. Very cautious first turn. Let's see if somebody isn't dumb enough to stumble into us the way Bradford stumbled into his first wife outside of the bar.
It would have been nice to find a quiet spot to rest for a bit. But we had kicked the hornet's nest, and they weren't about to let us sit around and reminisce about the old days.
Let me tell you a thing or two about hornet's nest, John, and why it's generally a bad idea to kick them or just be in their immediate vicinity. Hornets are social, which means they attack in groups. And also, unlike a bee, which can only sting you once, there's real no upper limit to the number of times that a hornet can sting you. They will just keep stinging you until they get tired and stop. Or you're dead. Usually, the dead happens before they get tired because hornets are the most hateful creatures on the earth. They despise you and everything you stand for, and not only do they want you away from their nest and homestead, but they actively want you to suffer as well. Don't dick around with hornets, man. They will fuck you up. Fantastic. How did we not spawn that pod until we made that move? And how was this shit in that pod? Please tell me Bradford still has an action. Okay, good, because it's probably going to be Mimic Beacon. Bao Zhang, if we have you take a shot, that's going to end your turn. The Andromedon, I very much don't like. Do we have a blaster bomb? Well, that kind of changes things a little. We got some serious heavy weaponry working here. Sunny Pathak, we could have you inspire. Bonus action to a nearby squad mate. How nearby? Like very nearby. Okay, that's important to know. Sparrow. You get just a codex back here. That Viper actually has me a little troubled. I just want to see what our hit percentage is like. So Bradford can kill the Viper, but he's also the only person potentially who could save a life, because we don't have enough damage without our Mimic Beacon up. We're going to need that Mimic Beacon. 100%. What if we go Deadeye? Only 77. We could Deadeye the Andromedon, but still only 71. Good damage, but a lot of that's going to get plinked by the armor. Can you take a pistol shot without ending your turn? You do not have that ability, do you, Bao? Nope. You do have steady hands, which gives you a bonus if you didn't move. And you got death from above. I'm tempted to just go crazy and start firing the old blast. Just start things off with a blaster bomb. We do also have hail bullets, which gives us one guaranteed hit that would shred this man's armor. But a chain shot would also really wreck him up. And has only a 9% chance to hit. So that's 100% awful. 9%? Alright, Rutherford. It's time for you to start earning your keep here, Rutherford B. Hayes. Your chain shot is still terrible. I think we gotta probably conserve that. Pathak, you could put something in stasis, which potentially we could stasis the Andromedon if we could score kills on everything else. Wait a minute. Let's make sure we can stasis the Andromedon. Like, can we stasis that Andromedon? Well, we'd have to be able to see it. It's friendly stasis? No, we should be able to use... Should be able to use stasis. We're just going to have to be able to see that Andromedon, which we should be able to do from here. Okay, what do we got options here now? We could Insanity... Bad chance to get that to work. Stasis? We can... Okay. So we can lock down the Andromedon and save him for a subsequent turn. Do we have then enough damage? We're not going to get anything out of Rojas if we do that. Literally nothing. Bradford is almost certainly not going to be able to... He can get the Viper. No, I think we're going to have to go Mimic Beacon this turn. This is going to be a Mimic Beacon turn. Which means Bradford is going to have to be our button man. We've got to get whatever we can get out of everybody else then. Alright, Baozang. You have a really good chance to put a serious beating on our little buddy there. Rutherford, I think we're going to save you, although you would have a guaranteed connect. Could you put that on the Archon? No, because you can't see him. Alright then. Well, if we blaster bomb, can we hit both of these guys without killing Bradford? No, we're definitely going to... If we go that route, we're going to drop Bradford off a cliff or do no damage. We either do no damage with the blaster bomb or we drop Bradford off a cliff. What if we drop the blaster bomb in here? That kills the Viper for sure. It does potentially open us up to spawning another pod, though, because we're really going to open line of sight. I'm shockingly okay with this, though. Hey, Pete. Stasis doesn't end your turn if you do it on the first action. Well, it's only on friendlies, and we weren't close enough. Yeah, that's going to get us another pod, then. We did kill some of those guys. We could potentially get double early bird points if we managed to whack that Codex. So we spawned... We hit another pod back here, but for some reason it didn't create more enemies. We could have you kill the Codex. There's a couple ways we could take that Codex down. We could also have you try and chip in a little fire. Let's keep our options open. Rojas, what are you going to be? So all you can do is shoot the Codex, really? Go ahead and do that. It's a higher percentage shot. Dodged it, but it doesn't matter because Sophia Rojas never met a man she couldn't kill. There is another codex down there that's problematic. We killed something off camera as well. I'm thinking this would be a great time for a kill zone and a mimic beacon. We're gonna have to mimic. We can't not. The mimic beacon has to go down. And we have to throw it in a place where all of these guys are gonna be able to see it. So the mimic beacon needs to go like right there. Alright, John. Go ahead and toss this out here. We need the Andromedon to see it. We need the Archon to see it because we want the enemies to come and chase it. I really wish we could get something out of your first action here, Bao Zhang, but we're not gonna. What we're gonna do is we're gonna drop this sweet little kill zone out here so that when guys come and take a run at our codex, we get a little Overwatch. I'm thinking a little more Overwatch is probably beneficial here. So here's our first kill zone shot. Track that whip, Pete. Bowser, Pathak has come back from being a pathetically useless tool and is maybe trying to make a name for herself here. Don't think it actually activated another pod. It may just did damage on a tank that exploded. You almost shot Bradford in a liver, and he only has one liver that he desperately needs. You gotta watch the liver, girl. You can't live without a cutty, without a liver cutty. It's right there in the name. You're gonna get overwatched by... Thank you for teleporting into our kill zone, by the way. Get greased. The best part of the whole upgrade remix is the UFO defense mix. I gotta say, I tend to agree. I told you we spawned another pod. We killed a guy back there because we got the early bird bonus. So we got a little freebie activation here on Team... excuse me? No, we had... excuse me? But there's a mimic beacon over there and you can see it. Yeah, you know, the chrysalids were also a bit of a surprise, John. So Bao Zhang emptied her weapon. That's not great. Archon is problematic. Demon really probably should fall back here and see about going to get healed because that chrysalid poison is going to be a sincere problem. I'm thinking we have her fall back and deploy the blaster bomb. I'm very salty about the injury, by the way. Don't think I forgot about the injury. So if you deploy the blaster bomb and, like, don't kill Bradford. Is this hitting everything? That's hitting everything, but also dropping Bradford down a hole. I like everything but the dropping Bradford down a hole part. Okay, so that should whop the chrysalids because they're going to take fall damage and die. No, those guys are dead, though. Yeah, okay, I was going to say, it took a minute, had to process it all before it got the early bird bonus on there. Had to work the turkey through. So we still have one chrysalid, an Archon, and a chunk of Andromedon left over. You can see and have a very good shot at the Andromedon shell, and you've been lights out, Rojas. I think first thing we got to do, though, Gremlin heal our girl. Let's get rid of that chrysalid poison. Poison sucks. You're right about the music, though, chat. The UFO defense mix is... it's really good. And for the rest of this mission, if anybody's going to get hurt, we're not going to get a kill in either scenario. Better chance to hit the Andromedon. Let's take that shot. Alright, Bradford. I think we're going to have you just come over here and bop this chrysalid. You should be able to one-shot him with your shotgun. And if you don't, Blade Master will trigger before he's allowed to attack you. So go ahead and kill... This may not kill him. It, in fact, did not kill him. But Bradford has Blade Master, so if the chrysalid tries... Oh, I was going to say, if the chrysalid tries anything, he's going to... You know what? We'll come back to that. Bao Zhang, reload. Alright, Rutherford, what do you got here? Rusty-ass Rutherford. You got a guaranteed hit on this man. I think no qualms about this. We just take it. This guy's going to be difficult to hit. let's take the guaranteed damage. We have more guaranteed damage if we need it from Starman, and it feels like we may need it. Peacock, you can kill the Andromedon shell, or the Chrysalid, or the Archon. So, like, you kill every single thing on the map. Well, go ahead and pop the Andromedon. Get ruined. We wasted a really good critical roll on a garbage water enemy. I'm not super happy about that. Death from Above is going to give us a... Oh, right, you have Death from Above. That's bonus actions galore. Pistol that man. So good. Hey, Starman, you want to just hit this dude with the old Soul Fire and take our other guaranteed damage here? And we've wiped the board. The slate is clean, chat. Tabula Rasa. Tabula Rasa, by the way, possibly one of the shittiest video games ever made. Bradford, you're just going to be on Overwatch. Anybody else play Tabula Rasa? Anybody else remember that? Everybody was real excited because it was like a third-person sci-fi shooter, and it was one of the first in the genre, and everybody was like, oh, it's going to be so good, and then you played it, and it was just trash. Just me? Just me, I guess. Okay. What'd you have for dinner, Pete? Nothing exciting or fancy. I just had some cheeseburgers and potato chips. That's it. Didn't go out of my way or do anything spectacular this evening for dinner. Just good old garden variety. American staple. I mean, I did spice it up a little bit. Put some pepper jack on the burgers, so they were, you know, a little... They were technically a little spicy because pepper jack cheese is peppery. Bradford, you reload. Rusty, I'm not happy with you. Come up here. You're going to forego the reload. Bradford, you just Overwatch. We are killing a turn there. Are ever vigilant. We got to get some use out of that. Bowsang.
Before they decided animal husbandry was too risky of a technology for humans to possess. I know it's got something to do with those damn Advent burgers.
Well, maybe they were given animal husbandry maybe they're putting a new spin on it, and that the animals they were husbanding were humans. John, did you ever consider about that? Maybe their animal husbandry consists of marriage between two humans, not necessarily one man and one woman, because, I mean, come on, we're not in Arkansas. But two consenting adults. Did you ever think about that? Maybe that's the husbanding they were talking about. Maybe the aliens are like staunch conservatives. You don't judge Advent. Maybe they're really on board with like the Defense of Marriage Act or something. Don't know what kind of sensibilities they might have. They're crazy alien bastards. Maybe they're Space Lindsey Graham. Did you ever think about that, John? I really hope there's not a Lindsey Graham in space. I mean, the one Lindsey Graham we have on Earth is bad enough. For there to be a Space Lindsey Graham as well, that would just be most unfortunate. Baozang, you're not going to do anything else, so let's... Is this a zone wall? Wait, isn't there supposed to be a spaceship somewhere around here? This map is much differently shaped than I remember. Like, there should be a UFO over here, but instead there's a cliff? Yeah, this map is all cattywampus. It's, like, inspired by that map, but it's not... It's absolutely not the same. Don't ask me how we managed that throw. Oh, we threw it on the roof. That's how. So that was completely pointless. Where's the rest of the enemies? They gotta be in the farmhouse. Probably wearing an Edgar suit. I can hear him scuttling around. Oh, there you are. We knew it. Edgar suit. We spotted it. There it is. Vincent D'Onofrio himself. I'm kind of glad that shot missed. That's going to prevent us from cloning that codex. Richard Garriott. Yes, Moscow, you're right. It was a Richard Garriott game. A very, very disappointing Richard Garriott game. They kind of used his name to pimp the concept. They were like, ooh, look at the new game from Richard Garriott. And people were like, oh, you know, he made some good stuff before. I'll try it. And then they were like, this game is terrible, though. I also remember it and would rather that I didn't.
With the aliens coming for us to
Well, it's good to know that at least I wasn't the only person who got stung by that one.
find at the end of the road. We could have stopped, gone our separate ways. But
So we can wreck those berserkers shit.
going, whatever it was.
Alright, Rutherford B. Hayes. You're gonna give us effectively shit. Yeah, we got a little bit of a conundrum here. Shredstorm, can we get you to hit more than one dude? Kinda no. If we can Shredstorm that Muton, we will kill it, but I would like to hit more than one guy with the Shredstorm cannon. We could also potentially fuse that Muton. Does fuse end your turn? It does not. Fuse him. There we go. Enjoy that. It definitely ended our turn, though. Well, that did not work out at all then. That was not supposed to end our turn. Like, that was not supposed to do that. Well then. Now we're in a little trouble. My plan was to actually stasis one of those mutons, but now we're going to have to kill them. It's going to be very difficult. Especially when all you have is demolition, which is like the worst ability of all time. So how do we dig out of this hole? Well, one thing we do is we ignore the Codex then. Because the Codex is probably just going to throw the bomb at us, and that won't really do much. We could also farm for an execution, and we got to get lots of utility out of John Ginboy Bradford here. If anybody's going to get hurt, we also want that to be Rojas, because she already took one to the brain. Where you at, Rojas? Like, if somebody's getting hit, it's got to be you. So you're already, or Reyes, rather. She's already up in the forefront. In the go ahead and shoot me area. What's your highest percentage shot? Go ahead and take that, then. 9 damage is not fantastic, but it's something. Sparrow, can you come over here and finish off this Muton? It should be a nice little flank shot for you. You have to stand in the open to get the flanker, but I think all things considered, it's probably worth it. Only 89% on a flanked Muton? Well, 89% is good enough. 89% of them getting ruined. No dirty dogs for supper, Pete? I mean, no. Like, that's not the kind of thing you want to eat twice. Like, if you've had dirty dogs once, you're pretty much good for the rest of your existence. Once is once too many. I was lied to because somebody told me that Deadeye would kill that man, and he is most definitively not dead. Rusty, the only thing we've got left here is we can have Rusty come up and lob a chain shot at this other berserker that he, for some reason, can't fucking see. Why can't you see that other berserker, though? Like, you should definitely be able to see him. Bradford, we could put you on that rooftop. I guess this stack of barrels must be in the way. That's hogwash, by the way. Okay. We've got the incendiary grenade. Now hit him with the plasma. We don't want to split the codex, because if we have just one codex, all she's going to do is empty our weapons. And we don't care. Real men don't need bullets anyway. Bullets are a crutch. Bullets are for the weak. You don't actually need bullets. That's just a common misconception. People are like, bullets are how you kill enemies. Yeah, not really. We kill them through gumption, mostly. So we're going to bring Bradford forward and hope that, well, okay, his melee should be able to kill that berserker when it comes in at him. And if we can get a critical or something really lucky here, maybe we can lower him down enough too. John Jinboy Bradford's going to have to go into Mad Blade Master mode to get the job done here. We're counting on you. It's a Jin-fueled Berserker Frenzy. So far, so good. You ought not mess with Bradford when he's been drinking. And the thing is, he's like the Hulk. That's Bradford's secret. What's his secret? He's always been drinking. Don't mess with Bradford when he's been drinking. But he's always been drinking. What do you got, Codex? Go ahead and psionic bomb us over here, and it's not going to matter. We'll have somebody walk over, reload, and kill you. You're definitely going to psionic bomb, because it'll hit like 8 people, so. Most of our weapons have been disabled. We mostly don't care. Mostly because John Jinboy Bradford got bullets in the gun, and guess what? He's still been drinking.
You what, mate? Where you going?
Mokaran25, thanks very much for the subscription. Appreciate it. Let's get some Twitch Prime money in there. Sweet Jeff Bezos cash. Thank you very much. We appreciate that. Let's get some stabbies in chat for Mokaran. Also, you know what? With the sub, good time to remind everybody, in November, or rather October, not November, because this is October, we are doing giveaways this month. If you are subscribed to the channel in the month of October, you are eligible to win some free swag, including a copy of Black Ops 4. Which I've been playing quite a bit of, and honestly, I've really been enjoying.
I'm trusting you here.
I'm not prone to sing the praises of Activision, and I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I don't think I've played a Call of Duty since maybe like Call of Duty 3. Whatever the one that came out after Modern Warfare 2, I think was the last one I played. But Black Ops 4 is a very good game. Good enough that I'm comfortable, I feel okay about giving away a copy.
It's killing time.
Let's get everybody reloaded here.
It's killing time.
You got out of the slop, right? Just want to make sure everybody got clear of the goo. Alright, the goo was cleared. Moobot also helpfully spamming for me that message letting us know when the giveaways are. It's very helpful. Thank you, Moobot. So then the other pod needs to be like back here somewhere? Yep. So there is a chrysalid. I'm content to stay up high here. Just with a little squad side overwatch. We don't want to get too close to these guys. And this is a good opportunity. It's just a bunch of chrysalids too. So this is a great opportunity for us to set up an overwatch trap and see if we can't get them to walk into us. Bradford, if you would, come over here. You're not going to be on overwatch, John. You're just going to be reloading because you're a little low. Everybody else can overwatch though. Sparrow, get that prototype plasma rifle up here. I'm still a little disappointed in Reyes' mastery of English though. I was hoping her ESL skills would have developed a little as the mission went on, but it kind of feels like she just doesn't want to learn. So I don't suppose we could grapple you. Alright, well, what if we do this, then? We want to activate this pod if we can. So what if we bring you up here and then grapple you to the rooftop?
I'll take the high road.
There they are. Zhang will take the high road, you take the low road, and she's going to get to Scotland before you. Yeah, come up on this roof. You fallen, you stupid, ridiculous saps. That's exactly what I wanted you to do. The fact that, okay, well, the fact that Reyes can't put a grenade where I want it is not especially helpful. But we do have a backup plan. Peacock, run away. Sometimes when you're a button man, it just means like you're the guy who has to run up and push the button, not the person who actually kills a bunch of people. You're not like a mafia-style button man. This is a different kind of button man. And then we just destroy this building. Time for a chrysalid to come from halfway across the map and hit you. No, they weren't burrowed. And if you do, that's one good thing about battle scanners. If you do have burrowed chrysalids, battle scanner will reveal them. It will cause them to unburrow. Did we kill all of those? There's no way we got all of those guys. No, I refuse to believe that. Bradford, go to the roof and check it out. How many of them did not die? A couple, but we don't know where they're at. All right, let's use the trick. What tile are they in? What tile can we not occupy? So they are in these two tiles then? Do we have anybody else who can put... They're really injured. Hey, Rutherford B. Hayes, can you give me an incendiary grenade up there? Well, I mean, you can get one in sort of like the general vicinity.
Okay, I'll go.
Is there just the one? You know what? No reason taking a chance, and incendiary bombs suck anyway. Let's flyer it up here, and if there's any guys up there, this will either kill them or set them on fire and make sure they die. Hey, Chrysalid, die in a fire. That did not get him. There's still another chrysalid somewhere. Well, he's not in any of these tiles because they're all on fire now. I don't know where this chrysalid is. There's one more and we don't know where it's at. There he is! I'm tempted to let him cook, but instead, let's just end the mission. We could have just roasted him complete, set ourselves a little trouble, and gone for a Reaper-style delicious dinner. They love roast chrysalid, but we'll be a little more classic. 16 out of 16 killed. We did lose 1,000 points for a wounded soldier.
We found some odd weapons on the farm. Not the kind of thing you would normally find on Advent. Or anyone else for that matter.
This is an unbelievably difficult decision, actually. Because both of these are fucking amazing. I think we gotta go with the katana. It's a tough call, but I'm gonna go for the katana for one reason. The katana can't miss, and thus guaranteed damage is probably our better choice. Can't miss katana is really helpful when blade storming as well. I think we take the katana. Also, we had some trouble last time with our initial learning curve where before we discovered that the roll table is static. So this is a good way for us to dump bad rolls. If we get into a situation and we suspect we're going to get a bum roll, we can always just be like, let's send Bradford because now he's got a weapon that it doesn't matter what we generate as a random result. This one's going to succeed.